I had a way then, losing it all on my own.
Hey guys, what is going on? It is Grant Smithville, and today, I'm gonna be making another cool Photoshop tutorial. It's gonna be a very cool text effect. Kind of like the one that I did in the other video, but not not precisely the exact same thing. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So what we're going to be creating today is this very cool broken text effect with some optical flares and a kind of glowish blue around it and reflection. So yeah, I'm actually gonna make it a little bit different than this. It's not gonna look exactly the same, but yeah. So let's jump right into it. We're gonna go File, New. Same thing as the last video. The width is 1920, the height is 1080, and the resolution is 100. By the way, I am using Photoshop CS5 Extended. You can use any other Photoshop, but yes. So we're just gonna make that a new layer, and we're gonna create the background to be black, and then we're gonna make sure that the foreground's white, the foreground color is white, the background's color is black, and we're gonna select our text tool. Same as the other one. It's actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna change this a little bit. Let's change it to about 400 maybe. And the font we're going to be using is Batman Forever Alternate. I'll actually leave a link in the description where to get this text, so you guys can have fun with that. The 400 is the size, it's on regular, it's sharp, and it's white. So we're going to click somewhere like right here. So we're going to go like right here. And then we're just going to type our font. Actually, let's size that up a bit more, maybe 600. Maybe 500. That's about good. So the font that we're going to be using, let's see, maybe we'll do NG for Ninja Gaming. We'll put that right in the middle of our text, right in the middle of our screen. So about right there. Okay, we're just gonna hit OK, the little check mark, and yeah, so that's pretty much it for right now. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create some cool effects for this. So you can either hit this little effects little drop down menu, or you can double click on the text layer, and it will actually create a it'll actually open up a window for the effects. So there we are. And the first thing is bevel and emboss. The style is inner bevel, the technique is chisel hard. I'm going to size that up to about 9, and the softened to about 6. The gloss contour is going to be ring. It's this one. It's ring. Let's actually size that up a little bit more. Let's size it up maybe 10. No, actually, you know what? 9 is actually perfect. I'm sorry. This should be actually maybe 8. No, 7. I'm sorry, I keep going back and forth. You want to add some contour, and it's about good right there. Gradient overlay, you want to add one. It's going to be black to white. Click that. Okay, so right now we basically have that. You can add some other stuff if you want, some of that, some patterns, but right now I think that's perfect for me. I almost forgot to mention we're going to add a drop shadow, and the size is going to be about 9. This is going to be about 8, and this one's going to be about 7. And that's basically it. So we're gonna hit OK. Now you can't see the drop shadow now, but don't worry. We will add that in when we add a lighting effect. So that's pretty good right now. Now, if you want, you can actually make the lighting effect right now. You can go to Filter. You want to go down. You want to make sure you're on your background layer if you want to add the lighting effect, and you just want to go to Render and go down to Lighting Effects. So with lighting effects open, you want to go put the oval kind of like that. You guys can have it however you want, but I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just kind of messing around with it and seeing if I get things I like. So I like that right there. So I'm gonna actually change down the ambience a little bit. Yeah, maybe. Actually, no. It's actually yeah. I'm gonna put that down a little bit. We're gonna hit OK. So we kind of have this lighting effect. It's actually it's a little bit different from how I actually wanted it, but it's actually, you know, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna argue with it right now. So yeah, that's basically, we have that right now, so that's pretty cool. And we're gonna go back to our text layer. So now that we have our text layer selected, we're gonna be adding we're gonna be breaking. Yeah, this is the part where we're actually gonna be smashing, breaking this text up and making it look a little bit more dispersed and a little bit awesome. So to do this, what we're gonna need to do is we're going to click on the polygon lasso tool. It's right here, and yes, that is it. Before we do this, you want to right click on the text layer and go to rasterize type. Okay, so now that we have that rasterized, and we have our polygonal lasso tool selected, this is where we're going to be making the shapes broken up. So you can do this however you want. You make it any way you want. It depends on the text that you're doing on how you want to make it, but if you guys don't want to do it my way, you guys don't have to. So let's get started. So let's make something. The way I break stuff up, it mostly consists of triangles. So just like that. So after you made a triangle, you want to click on the let's actually go Control-Alt-Z. Okay, I'm actually going to do a little bit, I'm going to go into depth here just so that you guys know what to do. So you're going to click somewhere and you have this little line, and you're going to want to, wherever you want it to end, you click again, and then it added another point. And then I'm going to click like right here, and it ended that point, and then I'm going to connect it. Oh crap, I didn't connect it. There we go. So I made a little selection, and then you want to go to your move tool, and then you just want to click and drag it out, and it makes the separation. And then when you're done, you can either go select, you can go to the select tab and go deselect, or you can hit Control or Command D, and it will deselect it. So now we're going to go back to our polygonal lasso tool and then create some more dispersion places for our text. So like right there, select, deselect. Actually, let's hit Control-Alt-Z so we can go back a step, and we'll separate that just a little bit more. Select, deselect, and then we'll add some more stuff. again, you guys can do this however you'd like. Actually, Control Z. Yes, you guys can do this however you want. You know, you can even add and import some other styles that you guys might like. You know, Control Z. Let's actually just make like one little triangle here. There, and then let's add something like right here. Select, deselect, and then we need one like maybe right here. Feel free to even make different shapes. I mean, triangles kind of add more of a dispersion effect, kind of like a more cracked, broken effect. But if you guys want to do something else, you guys can do that. So now we're going to be doing the G. So I know this might get a little bit boring, but I'm not going to speed it up, because I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how the kind of steps of separation and other stuff, kind of how it would, kind of like, I don't know what I'm saying, kind of like how how this process usually is gonna be like, so that you guys can get used to it. Kind of like, we'll add something like right there, and then we'll separate it like that. We'll go select, deselect. Okay, and then let's add like a triangle right there. Let's get a chunk out of that, and that's about good. We'll go select, deselect. We'll go back to the lasso tool, and we'll just get like kind of like a big triangle, a fairly big triangle, and we'll get that out. Go select, deselect. And so, yes, so we have this pretty cool effect going on here, and that looks pretty good. Now, I know I had a gradient overlay on, and I probably shouldn't have put that on, but I did it just because I really don't know. I kind of wanted to, but we're going to be putting something inside there, so it doesn't really, you don't have to have the gradient overlay on, but I had it on anyway. So now that we have that, we want to create an outer glow, but it's not going to be like a very prominent, very distinguished glow, kind of like just like a kind of like a color just effect on there. So we're going to double click on the ENG layer, and we're going to click outer glow, and that adds an outer glow to the pieces that we cut up and some other stuff. So now that we have that, we want to make the outer glow size to about maybe 9, and the spread to about maybe 6. Yeah, that's about good. Actually, we'll change the size to about 10, and that's pretty good. If you want, you can just select the color right now. Actually, yeah, and instead of doing it how I usually do it, like in the other video that I showed you guys, we're actually just going to be doing the color like that. And you can do that, but there's a different method to doing that, if you want to do it like that. So we'll hit OK, and there we go. So we have this pretty cool effect going on already. So we'll hit OK right now. And now we're going to be adding the raindrops inside there. So if you want, you can get a picture on just anywhere online. I might put a link in the description to where I got mine. So yeah, that, so I'll go get that right now, and I'll see you guys back when I get one. Alright, so I did get one. It took me a while to find one, but we'll go ahead and open it right now. So let's go open the file name. We'll probably do something like, where is it? It's, I believe it's droplets. Let's go desktop, see if it droplets. See if we can find it. Droplets, there it is. We'll go open. So now we have this pretty cool thing. We'll go right here, and we'll drag that on to there. Close that. Now with that, we'll go Control T, and we'll hold Alt and Shift so that we can size this up without it being off and off even in certain places. So we're gonna put that basically just right in the middle, just right, blocking the text from view, and we're gonna hit the check mark. So holding Alt, we're gonna hold. So this is the droplets layer, the layer 1. We'll actually rename that to droplets, and we'll hit OK. And this is our text layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold Alt, and then we're going to put our mouse in between the two layers, the droplets layer and the text layer, and then we're just going to click. And basically, what that did is it's supposed to put it on there, but since it didn't, that's because of an effect. That's because of gradient. So we're going to turn gradient overlay off, and we're going to hit OK, and as you can see, the droplets are in our text. Now I like that exactly where it is, but if you want, you can get your mouse and actually make sure you're on the droplets layer, and you can click on where the droplets are and actually move them, not individual droplets. Just click on the screen. You can just click anywhere, and it will drag the picture, and you can select where you want, where you like it. So I like that just right there. Actually, I'll show you real quick. We can move it down just a little bit more, or a little bit up. So I like that just like that. So actually, you know what? Let's actually have it just a little bit more up. Let's actually have it where it was. So I like that exactly just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a more, I'm going to add a little bit more prominent of a glow. I don't know why I want to, but I think it looks a little bit more, a little better when I do it, when I add a certain glow my way. This actually might not even change it, but for some reason I kind of have a thing for making a kind of glowish effect. Kind of like doing this step a lot for some reason. So we'll hit OK. Why is it? Why do you hate me, computer? Why is it making that noise? Let me go Control Z. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So anyways, I'm gonna have mine. I'm gonna go with soft round again. I'm gonna get about 300, and then I'm just gonna get a nice color that I like, maybe about like right there. Hit OK, and then I'm just gonna start to make sure the opacity is 100, the float's 100, mode normal, and I'm gonna start coloring it in, kind of just like that. There we go. And then I'm going to hit, then I'm going to go to making sure that I'm on the the new layer that we made just for the glow, making sure that I'm on that, I want to go and I'm going to go filter, blur, and scroll down to Gaussian blur. And I'm going to range that up to about maybe 56.1, somewhere around there. You guys can experiment with it, just like that. And then still being on this layer, we're going to go down here and we're going to go to color. And that adds a very nice, cool effect. It's not, I don't want it actually inside where the raindrops are, because that would lose that effect. But that actually looks pretty nice, and you guys can leave it exactly where it is, just like that, and then continue on. But I think I like just the outside being that color, and then the inside to be how it was before. So to do that, we're going to click on NG, the text layer, and we're going to hit Control, and we're going to click. So that selects the text, and then we'll just get our eraser tool, and then we'll size this up to about 100, and we want to make sure we're on the blue glowing effect layer that we made, and we're just going to erase that like so, and then we're going to hit Control or Command D to deselect, or we can go to Select and hit Deselect. And that adds a kind of like it just adds this kind of a glow more, and in the back you can see how there's light actually radiating off the text itself, which is actually a pretty cool effect. So now that we have that, now we're going to start adding an optical flare to the text itself. And to do this, we need to find an optical flare. Now, I will leave a link in the description to where I found the optical flare. Now, when I was finding the droplets, I did find an optical flare that I liked, and so yes. So let's go open. We'll go to optical flare. We'll hit open, and there it is. We'll drag this to here and click here, and we'll just drag this right to there, and we'll close this. So we have our optical flare. We can drag this somewhere over here, and then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna maybe, I believe the one that I did was it color? No, it wasn't color. It was, I think it was lighten. Yes, it was lighten. And so it takes out the black, and we'll put that like maybe right here, like somewhere like right there. And you guys can try different blend modes. You can try you can try like some other stuff, screen, to make it more of a bright effect. I do like screen actually, but the problem is that it left kind of more vivid. It kind of added a little bit of white to the background. Actually, you know what? If I actually hit Control T, maybe I might be able to make that my background. Actually, you know what? There was another thing that I did. It was like, whoa, that, no. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's just do lighten. So we can add that like right there, and that looks pretty good. Now, if you duplicate this, Control J, it makes it more brighter, as you can. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Control Z. That's on lighten. I mean, that's on screen. Because if I hit Control J now, it adds it even brighter. And actually, you know what? I'm actually going to keep it just like that. And I'm going to hit Control T. And maybe hit Alt and Shift and size that up. And make that kind of our background. And I'll add that right there. And I'll hit OK. So right there we have a very pretty cool effect going on, and to make this a little bit more realistic, as you can see, some of the optical flare uh, right here on the G, it kind of overlaps that, and we don't really want that because it makes our effect not it kind of makes it look non-realistic. So we'll hit Control and we'll click on the text layer, okay, and then we'll get our eraser tool, and we'll click on the optical flare, and we'll just erase. Control Alt Z. I'm sorry. We'll go Control, click here again, and then we'll go to our optical flares. I messed up a little bit, but we just want to not have it on that part. We do want it still on the part right here. So we'll hit select, deselect, and there we go. So now what we'll do is we're going to create another optical flare. So we can go right here, and we can go Control J, and that makes it a lot brighter. But we can actually go Control T, and we can flip that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. We partially messed up on a certain part. We have to go to optical flares, grab our optical flare again, and drag that in to our layer again. Sorry guys, I messed up partially in a certain part. So we'll go normal, lighten again, and there's our optical flare. We'll hit Control T, we'll turn that somewhere, and then you can add that somewhere else. Maybe let's try like on like something like right there. And we'll move that a bit. Actually, let's try it somewhere like inside. I'm sorry. When I do these things, I change my mind a lot. Let's go like right there. There we go. And we'll hit OK. And that adds another very cool optical flare. Now, again, as last time, we'll do the same thing again, except what we want to do. Okay, we're gonna add another optical flare. So because we didn't erase anything like last time we did, we can actually duplicate that layer, Control J or Command J, and then we can actually hit Control T and then size that one. And we don't have to drag and drop a new one. The reason why we had to last time is because I erased something and it added a weird effect to happen. So yeah, so let's add another optical flare to the N. We'll hit OK. That looks very nice. We'll push it in a little bit more to the optical flare, and that's starting to look pretty good. Yeah, so that's that part. Now you can add maybe some more effects if you guys want. You can add maybe like a very cool green. You know what? Actually, let's try it. So that's where I would keep it. If you guys want to keep it like that, well, then yeah, you're pretty much done. But I'm gonna add some more stuff just to mess around. We can experiment a little bit. We'll add a new layer, and I have a very small maybe like 5 line. It's on soft round. It's 5 pixels. Its opacity and flow are the same, and we'll click off the screen, and then we'll hold shift while we click and drag, and that puts it in a line and like that. But then we'll put that, so that's good, but it overlaps the NG, which we don't want. So we can actually drag the layer that we created and made the green line on and put that underneath the NG, and then that will put it behind it. And the cool thing is it adds a blue, because of our glow effect. It added a blue line just like that. So if you want, we can put, maybe if we put that behind there, yeah, if we put that behind there, it no longer does that. And there we go. So there's our green. So clicking on the layer of the green line, if you want, we can click on our polygonal lasso tool, just like how we broke that up the text. So clicking on the layer that we made for the green line, we can actually break bits up to make it look like a glitching line effect, which sometimes I'll do. Select, deselect, there we go, and then we'll maybe add something like right there. And the trick is to use different varied lengths and different spots at where you think it should have some. This is totally up to you guys if you guys want to add this, and it's totally up where you put your lines. Maybe I'll just add like a little tiny bit taking out right there, and then I'll add maybe like a bigger piece taken out. Oh yeah, right there, maybe like right there, and then I'll add maybe another medium-sized piece going up. So there we go, something kind of like that. Something kind of like that. If you guys want to, it's totally up to you. So yeah, there we go. Now if there was another effect that I did to the background, I believe. In my other video, I think I added subtraction or something. I added some kind of thing to my background layer, but I think it looks pretty good right now. I think I did something with the droplets. I added like I think I added I did something. I think pen light, no. Hard mix, no. Okay, the truth is, I don't know what I did, but I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is, normal. So that was it, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more gaming and Photoshop tutorials. Thanks, guys. Peace out.